That's fine. Can you hear me now? This is so stupid. I promise, I'm a professional. I know how this works. So sad. Now there's sound. I feel like we need to sing a song or something. What the hell's going on? Yes, you can see me. Good. Can you hear me? Still can't hear me? There it is. Yeah. Oh, holy crap. Okay. Wow. That is a serious lag. It's not lag, it's just a latency. Okay. YouTube's interesting. I'm gonna make a note of that. How's everybody doing? And yes, Rai, you were first. Congratulations, Rai, on being the first person to the first episode of the first PapaJugg podcast. Congratulations. Latency versus captions. So here's the deal. YouTube has this interesting restriction. I don't know if it's 30 seconds. I could time it, but it does seem to be at least 15 seconds. That was pretty lengthy. So I'm going to get rid of, I don't know if I can close that. Oh, scheisse. Okay, let's okay. I'm going to kill that, and we're going to hope that that doesn't break anything. Hey, Jinxie, how are you? No, not naked. No, I have clothes on. Oh, look, see, I wore a Twitch sweatshirt on a YouTube podcast. They're gonna hate me. So there is a thing. We're just gonna chat for a little while until people show up. So yeah, that's an interesting thing. YouTube does not allow, for I guess technology reasons, YouTube does not allow low latency and closed captioning at the same time. Damn. I mean, like, literally, guys, there is at least a 15 second, at least 10 seconds, I'll say. At least a 10-second delay between us. So we are all under our close. Very special. Here, let's do this. Somebody type something. Somebody type 1, 2, 3, and I will time it from when I see it, and then you can time it to when you read it, or when you hear me say it. Uh-huh. Okay. Holy shit. Guys, that was from when I said that to when you started typing. That was at least 20 seconds. That is unreal. Okay. So I can't change it midstream. As far as I can tell, there's nothing I can do in OBS to change this. So I apologize if that makes anything a little weird as we do this. I am going to try and be mindful of that. So you are all welcome to chat, talk, comment, whatever you want. Everything is about us. For those of you that are listening just to the audio, we are noticing that there is a significant delay in terms of me versus chat. So it's just a YouTube thing. Hey, what's up, Rect? How you doing? Based on the icon, I know that Paul Taylor is Captain Havoc. How are you? These are your guys. I'm not revealing anybody's names. They're all right there on YouTube. Sorry. I'm seeing what I'm seeing. I see Hayden is here, Shade Saber's here, Rye is here, Nerdy is here. If you have never been a part of, like I said, if you're listening to the audio or you're catching this podcast on YouTube live and you've never seen anything else I've done before, everybody that I'm talking about here, these are all longtime great members of the PJParty community. They're all here, and now you are part of that. So very cool. Congratulations. Yes, howdy, howdy. Yeah, you guys have got to be catching that this is like at least a 20-second delay. That is unreal. Okay, I'll get over it. I'll just deal with it. There have been a couple of things that have gone wrong. I can see one of them is still on screen. That pisses me off. The Twitter icon is white and the rest of them are not. Okay, get over it. Yes, you are here, Shade Saber. You're not doing other things. You are here. Chappie is supposed to be here. I may be here, but I'm never there. That's okay, Rect. We're all right with that. You can be where you want to be, especially with all the wonderful things you've got going on with yourself. So there are going to be more changes. So let me address that right up front. I'll talk about that, but like I said, I can see one glitch or one problem that apparently didn't save. The Twitter icon is still white, so that sucks. Yeah, I'm talking about the overlay here. So I built a custom overlay, which obviously looks terrible. But the Twitter logo is the only white logo. The rest of them are all transparent. I'll deal with that later. Okay. So yeah. Okay. PJParty logo looks pixelated. That's great. I'm gonna get over this. Oh, and I discovered something that I could not fix before the episode went live. Otherwise I'd still not be live and it'd be like 8 o'clock. Yeah, let me just, I'll address this later for those of you watching live, but I realized that yellow and blue make green. You'll see what I'm talking about later. So that's okay. Oh shit, people are changing their names. Look at that. Look at, see? Now this is a good lesson. If you are in chat and you are a streamer or other content creator and your name is not like the same across all of your channels, it becomes hard for your fans to find you. Just FYI, free tip from me. Congratulations. Okay. So here's the deal. You were, well, Hayden, you were over there and now you're, yes, it's all 100% true. We are going to get started because this is being recorded. We are now 8 minutes into this and all I've done is babble and talk about problems that I've identified before going live. So welcome to episode 1. This is the PapaJugg Podcast. Why are we here? Well, it's real simple. We're here because I do more than gaming. I do a lot more than gaming, and I wanted a place where we could be without a game in the background, where we can talk about stuff outside of the game, whatever game it was I'm playing, Sea of Thieves, Star Citizen, Red Dead, whatever, it doesn't matter. So the idea was this. The idea was, how do I connect not only with all of you wonderful people that are already parts of the PJParty community, but how do we expand the PJParty to involve more people that are also interested in gaming, but maybe they don't watch live game streams? Maybe they just really love podcasts, or maybe they just really love gaming news, or maybe they want to learn about, other stuff that's going on in the gaming community that isn't reported on, by IGN or PC Gamer or whatever. So that's what this is going to be. The idea behind this is that we want it to be a place where people can have fun, kick off their weekend, have a cool Friday night, and it's also not 3 to 4 hours long. This is going to be hour and a half. It's just going to be talking about cool stuff that happened during the week. It's going to be talking about stuff that I've heard from you guys. All of those things are going to be part of what this conversation is. So I wanted a place where I could do that. I also wanted something that I could easily turn into other pieces of content. So again, not everybody's on Twitch. Not everybody should be on Twitch. And the idea behind this one is, how do we put ourselves on these other platforms and reach new people so that we can meet new people? And so this allows us to do all of that. And hopefully for all of my friends who are content creators, this gives you an opportunity to meet new people, find new fans, all of that kind of stuff. We want to make sure that we're touching everybody that we can, with consent, of course. So anyways, I'm going to catch up on chat. I'm over there. You guys in your locations. So I need to go. No, you're good. You're not. No more incognito, Saber. You're fine. Hayden is giving tips on how to do it. And yes, what Hayden is talking about is you do have to change your Google account. It becomes kind of a uniform thing. So yeah, you've got to change the channel a little bit and change that name. So some of the people in chat, if you're just in the audio, some of the people in chat are wondering, how do they make their name match everything else, like all their gamer tags? So it's fun. So as you see on screen, for those of you that are looking at the screen, this is what we're going to be talking about on a fairly regular basis. Gaming, streaming, trending memes, trending other stuff, trends, guests. Yes, it won't just be me, because if it's just me, nobody tunes in anymore. we've got to make sure that there's other people involved, and I've got some really great things coming up for you in terms of both guests that we interview and guest hosts. I'm not always going to be the only host here. So that's going to be a cool thing for us. In fact, the first one is already booked. The interesting thing is the first one, nailed it, Captain Havoc. Good job. The first guest host who is already committed is not just the first guest host. It will be the first recurring guest host. It's already booked. I love this. So, strangely, because I have to check something. I just realized something. Because this person, I want to see if they're live. They are not live. Okay. So I don't know where the hell they are because they should be right here. But anyways, yeah. So our very first guest host is going to be a recurring guest host, probably at least once a month. And this is a person that knows a lot about gaming. This is a person who is partially connected to gaming studios, lifelong gamer. So it's somebody that's going to add a lot of flavor to what we do here and gives you more interaction, more opportunities to talk with us. So that's going to be a cool thing. Hi, Mr. Jinxie. How you doing, Mr. Jinxie? Mr. Jinxie just showed up in chat. Meow. I don't know why you're meowing all of a sudden. Like, that was a Beta Sata thing. That was my buddy Beta. He was the cat guy. Now you've become the cat guy, and it's creepy. Like, you're not a cat. I mean, you are. You might be. No, you're not. You're a dog guy. Well, you have. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. So I will announce this. I will reveal the identity of the first guest host and the first recurring guest host, and it is none other than Mr. Jinxie. Mr. Jinxie will be joining us on a regular basis. This is going to become part of what Mr. Jinxie occasionally does. There you go, bark. Jinxie is going to be joining us because of all the background that he's got in gaming. He's a great complement to the experience that I have, but Jinxie is like hardcore gamer dude. And I have a lot of respect. The reason that I asked Jinxie to join me as a recurring guest host is because I have a lot of respect for what Jinxie does as a content creator. Jinxie doesn't just play games. Jinxie puts a lot of time and thought and effort into how does he entertain his audience? How does he improve the quality of his streams? How does he improve the quality of non-streaming content? All of that kind of stuff. That's what I respect. That's what I want to show you guys. It's always going to be who produces that kind of quality. So I'm very much looking forward to Jinxie joining us on future episodes. But for now, you're stuck with me on episode 1. I want to introduce the show, give you a little bit of a taste of where it goes, and then you're just going to see it climb. It's going to get better from here because God knows it can't get worse. The Twitter logo is the wrong color. I mean, that's whatever. Yeah. Anyways. So for those of you who have been in my Twitch live streams before, some of those commands I have copied over. So there are some things you can do. It is not the same capabilities as Twitch, which is one of the reasons I don't game on YouTube. Some of the interaction is not quite there. Some of the interaction I took out intentionally because it doesn't really fit with a podcast. It can be actually very, very annoying if when the audio of this goes live, the person listening all of a sudden just hears random sound effects. It's a terrible audio experience. So that kind of stuff is removed. But a lot of the interactive stuff is still there, and we'll get into that. So somebody do me a favor, and I know there's like a 20-second delay between us, but try !charity in the chat. I do want to thank Rytark for being the first, very, very first person here. Thank you for doing that, Rye. Second, Rye has already tested the YouTube command, so we know that that works. I just want to make sure that Stream Elements is being friendly with YouTube right now. That's what we're going to wait for. So we're going to check on that. But anyways, that is what the show is happening. Oh, see, look at that. I just noticed that YouTube chat, I can see it in OBS, but I'm not seeing it on screen. Huh. That's annoying. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. No, I'm not fixing. Well, bum shuckles. Let's see. Hold on. A login with YouTube. Yes, Pause, please. I want to fix a major technical error because on my OBS screen, I can't see a damn thing. Like none of your chats are there, and I just realized that. I can see it in OBS, but I can't see it on screen. Need my overlays. Where are my overlays? Overlay. That's not the right one. Oh. Okay, hold on. It's here, but it's not in... Oh god, that's even worse. Oh, there it is. No, it just uploaded. So why is that... Okay. Fucking idea. Well, whatever. We'll get through it. Here we go. Just more crap. Hey, AC3, welcome in. It's another one of my friends. It's AC3 Nigthmare. Love AC's name. Just because of the unintentional typo, I'm pretty sure. I just broken something. Nope, I didn't. It works. Anyways, so that is what the show is going to be about. That is what we're going to be covering. Like I said, this is going to be short. This is not a 3 to 4 hour gaming stream. This is going to be an hour and a half tops. It's a podcast. It's a way for us to kick off a weekend, and that's what we're doing. So I want to jump right into the first thing. Our very first topic is something that a lot of us care about because pretty much everybody in chat right now, at least the ones that are talking, we all play AAA titles. What the hell is going on with AAA gaming titles? I don't get it. Is so screwed up. It is not what I grew up with. When I grew up playing AAA game titles, that wasn't really a thing. Every game was a AAA game title because it had to be. That's how old I am. But AAA game titles now, like, I cannot imagine the original Nintendo releasing a game with as many bugs as like the Fallout series. Like when Fallout came, like just nothing worked. It was terrible. When Redfall just got released. Redfall was a disaster. It is broken beyond hell. What the hell is going on with AAA game titles? They're ridiculously delayed, in some cases by years. They're not done. We're not done in years. We need to push it back again, push it back again, push it back again. Anybody want to remember how many times Starfield has been pushed back? Anybody want to remember how many times? I mean, just like every title is just like, oh, it's not ready. Like, well, then how do you honor a deadline? Don't give deadlines anymore. Just say, we'll release it when we release it, and you should be happy about it. Like, I don't know. Either do really good or really, really, really suck. Yes, exactly, Saber. It's just, it becomes a thing, and it's stupid. So you've got the delays, and then when it does finally released, crapshoot. You have no idea. You are rolling a D50, whatever. You have terrible odds that it's actually going to work the way it's supposed to without critical game-breaking bugs. Maybe. Who knows? Pricing. Let's talk about pricing for a second. Can we talk about pricing? Let's do that. Here, I'm going to show you something. We're going to go, yep. Nope, that's not it. Yep. Okay, here we go. So let's talk about pricing for a second. Does it blow anybody else's mind? On screen right now is an article from comicbook.com. Sega considering pricing some games at $70. Why? Wow, we just got Golden Girls and the Avengers comics. I don't know what the hell's happening. This is a weird thing. I can't imagine a Sonic the Hedgehog title costing $70. It's kind of like, why? But then we can figure out why in a second. We'll talk about this. I mean, AAA game titles are now $70, not including DLCs, not including all the exclusive pre-buy, all that bullshit. It's $70 stock. If you get the base game, if you get the bottom of the barrel, it's $70. That's not affordable for a lot of people, like a shit ton of people. That is not an affordable thing. And I'm trying to figure out, like, are you intentionally pricing people out of the market? You only want really the hardcore gamers to buy it on day one, and then everybody else has to get it later after they've saved up. Where is a 9-year-old supposed to get $70? Because if my kid, who's not 9 years old, if my kid came to me and was like, Dad, I'd like to get this game, it's $70, I'd be like, no, I'm buying a Star Citizenship. Like, what am I missing? Okay. So Saber says it's either because the team working on it is rushed to put out their work, are not well funded, or they can get away with trash because people excuse their faults for one reason or another. We'll get into that in a minute. Comparison to Dungeons and Dragons, Cleric, Divine Intervention, roll. Okay, we're talking about dice now. When you rule the industry and your fan base will always jump on the next release, they can price as they want. That is correct. And I think that we are part of the problem. But let's talk about why. So let's take a look at this. Okay, on screen right now, you see, this is just the place I found it. I don't give a shit about the publication, but it was the Hindustan Times. Speculation rolls for GTA 6's price hike, multiple maps, and advanced AI features. I want you to check out this thing down here at the bottom. Fans are particularly interested in how the AAA title's price may be affected, given the recent announcement that its production cost has reportedly skyrocketed to an incredible $1 billion. If that's correct, if that report is accurate, let's not say correct, but if it's even close to accurate, GTA 6 cost $1 billion to make. That's nuts. But then you take that with so take a look at that number. So $1 billion to make that game. Then all the marketing and all the stuff that goes, okay, fine. So let's say somewhere between $1 and $2 billion. Okay. They're going to sell it for what is almost certainly going to be $70. And this article does talk about a $70 price tag. Yeah, like Dexerto was reporting, GTA 6 is said to be the most expensive game of all time, costing between $1 and $2 billion. Yep. And then right here, the upcoming standard base edition of GTA 6 is expected to carry a hefty price tag of $70, which marks a decent increase from the $60 that its predecessor GTA 5 released back in 2015. Now, granted, 10 years difference, maybe the $10 isn't a crazy boost. Maybe the 60 was crazy too. Just saying, could be a thing. But this is going to take years to make. It has taken years to make. It did get delayed. There will be bugs. We think. I mean, it's Rockstar. There will be bugs. There's bugs now. There will be bugs. With all of that happening, let's flash back to my mouse. Where's my mouse? AAA game titles have changed. Over the last couple of decades, a AAA game title is certainly supposed to have the quality that sets it apart in terms of visuals, performance, playability, not just like technical playability, but also like story. Like, is the story well done? All of those things have to happen. The other problem is, and I want to touch on it, it's on the top right corner there, is the throttling. You've got announcements of games coming out that you can't play them at 60 FPS. You can't play them at 4K. It's like, you really want to charge me $60, $70 for a game that I can't play at high resolution? Like, how do you sleep at night saying you're going to give me all that money and I'm going to give you a broken piece of software? I just think that's a little crazy. I don't know. That's just me. Hey, what's up, Dirty Potatoes? Good to see you. So that's whatever. That is my thing. I think that AAA titles, the industry needs to reset. I think they need to return professional management over to these projects. And I'm not saying that the studios are not professional. What I'm saying is they need to bring back professional project management practices into their process, because they don't seem to exist. What they are doing should be embarrassing. And for those of you who, like me, if you play Star Citizen, you've had the experience of Star Citizen. It has been in development for over a decade. It has raised over $500 million in cash, like not promises, not fucking cash. Okay. $500 million in cash, and the money keeps flowing. when you've got a situation like that and the game is in alpha still, like it's not even a beta, there's still alpha, and there is no projected date of a beta, not a one. Okay, when you do release, if the game releases, it could just release Squadron 42. They could just be like, hey, let's do Squadron 42. Yay, it's done. Which, again, will be a AAA title. Absolutely will be a AAA title. But, okay. When you have something like that going on, then it's just a matter of, are you proud of the process? Are you proud of how you got to where we all are in terms of the customers and what they're spending, the delays and misleading that you've done, the high pricing, the cost of manufacturing? Like, great. And we did, we talked about that when it costs $1 billion to make GTA 6. Let's be very clear that Red Dead is still the second most revenue generating, or second, I want to get this right. I think it's the second best selling game for last quarter in the United States. The game's been out for 5 years and they've stopped making Red Dead Online updates. Like literally it's a dead title at this point, and it's still the second best selling title. So the people are obviously there for it. The AAA titles have a long life. They're going to make back their $1 billion. They're not even concerned about that. I wish that the process was better. I don't know what you guys feel. I just feel like it should be done in a more professional. I think that it would be more respectful of the relationship between game dev and customer. I think that it would be better if they simply go out and say, this is the real deadline. We're going to honor this deadline because we know how long it takes to make a game. And I appreciate, it's like making a movie. Sometimes the story needs changing. Sometimes the graphics need changing. But, I mean, can you imagine Warner Brothers, releasing a Lord of the Rings or a Harry Potter or something and saying, great, we will be in theaters on this date. And then on a regular basis coming back and saying, oh, kidding, we're not going to be there. Like, that doesn't work. When you have book publishers, they give a publishing date in stores, on shelves, blah, 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 by whatever date. They stick to the deadline. These game developers don't. I think it's disrespectful. That's just me. I could be wrong, but whatever. So that was that. But that's going to take us into our next topic, which is our meme of the week. What I'm going to be doing with the meme of the week feature, and it will be drastically different every time. This particular one is just one that jumped out at me earlier in the week. I saw it. It's an older one, but I think it speaks to a lot of the important things of sort of how, again, communities interact with intellectual property, just big empires of stuff. So I would love to know what you guys think of this one. We're going to go right there. Many of you have probably seen this on screen right now. It is the scene of Luke Skywalker and who we later find out, spoiler, is his father. It's Darth Vader. Luke is in the shaft. He's just got his hand cut off, and he's screaming, "Disney ruined Star Wars." Which Vader replies, "No, you ruined Star Wars." Luke playing the role of the Star Wars fans. "No, that's not true. That's impossible." Blah, blah, blah. Attacking George Lucas after the prequels, bullying actors off social media, insulting people who like the new episodes, constantly blaming others for why you don't feel the same way you did as a child. Search your feelings. You know it to be true. There is a bit of a toxic relationship when the community decides they don't like something. No one else is supposed to like it either. And this is funny because, whatever, it's a great play on the scene itself. But, this is true of things like Star Wars. This is true of things like Harry Potter. I liked this movie. I didn't like that movie. It's true of pretty much anything. The community can very quickly flip. And all of a sudden, it's everybody else's fault. It's somebody else who did it. We're going to blame the studio. We're going to blame the directors. We're going to blame the actors. We're going to blame blah, 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 blah. The only one that might have deserved it was Jar Jar Binks, but we can move on from that. So all of those things are happening. I just realized there's a setting I have to change. Yes, there we go. Okay, we're better. So sorry, I was missing comments and conversations. So all of that stuff is happening, and when I saw this meme, I was like, yeah, it's kind of accurate. We've got the way that people are engaging with their game titles, and it's kind of toxic. That's just the way it happens. So, anyways, the meme of the week will not be shared in the PJParty Discords. A, because I don't want to give spoilers for the episodes, but B, I post other memes. You guys post memes there. And anybody that's listening right now, you are welcome to join the community Discord. There are show previews that are given there, not posted on social media. So if you want to join the Discord community, then please go ahead and do so. You'll find links everywhere, including on this YouTube channel. It's kind of all over the place. Up next, we are going to talk about something that just got announced this week, and I wanted to talk about it, and that was the new RTX 60 series. The 4060s have been revealed. The price points have been revealed. I'm impressed. I think it's kind of cool, but I do have one big concern, and you can see it on the screen, and that is 8 gigabytes. It's an 8 gigabyte processor. I'm really? Why? So let's talk about AAA titles again. Most AAA gaming titles are going to need more than 8 gigabytes of VRAM. Just a thing. So I found an article that talked about this in a little bit better than I do. Let me I'm going to bring back the browser for a second. As soon as things work. Yeah, great. Let's go there. Okay. So we are on Digital Trends right now. NVIDIA has 3 new GPUs to flesh out the RTX 40 series lineup. The RTX 4060 Ti, 8 gigabyte. That's the other thing that surprised me. And some of you guys are much bigger on hardware. Okay, right. See, Jinxie's got a good point. For a 1080p card, it's not too bad. And I agree with that. But it's going to limit what people do, and not everybody needs the best of hardware. So I don't think Jinxie's wrong, and I think that's an important point. Rect is talking about the 80s and 90s. Yeah. So anyway, so the RTX 4060 Ti, now this is the Ti, so this has that overclock performance and all that, 8 gigabytes. The RTX 4060 Ti, 16 gigabytes. Better. Nice improvement. And the RTX 4060 base. That's fine. New graphics card aim to be more affordable options to some of the powerful and expensive GPUs in NVIDIA's line, such as the 4070, 4070 Ti, 4080, and the 4090, exactly as Rec just said. And that's the thing. This is kind of that intro level cool thing. But what I liked about this and what impressed me is here. There it is. Okay. So price point of the 4060. Okay, so the 4060 is $399. That's a pretty good price for a GPU at the 4060 level. I'm currently running a 3060 and I can play unoptimized crap like Star Citizen. Beautiful graphics, amazing quality. I can play it with a 3060. The 4060 outperforms it, but the only difference for me personally, my 3060 has 12 gigs. It's a 12 gig 3060. This is 8, so it is going to be a slight limitation, but the overall hardware performance should be better. Saber said, if you ever do a Star Wars topic, I can add. No problem, Saber. I got you. We're going to take that down. 60s and 70s. Exactly, Rect. 60s and 70s were meant to be budget builds. The 3060 was $399. The 4060 is $399. The reason that impressed me is A, NVIDIA makes a great video card. The 4060 is a good series, will be a good series. It's available in July, by the way. So if you are looking for those new pieces, then it should be available in July. NVIDIA has announced that. So total gravity, blah, blah, blah. That wasn't what I wanted. Yeah, so a $399. It is not exactly the same as the 3060, but still, like, Rect said, and Jinxie, we're talking about something that is going to be jumping in at that budget entry level. You've got a new thing. $399 is a great price, considering the price of everything else on Earth has gone up in the last few years. The fact that this is not, okay, I'd be happy about that. Rex says, I have a 3070 Ti and I paid double that, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm really impressed with the price point. Now, if you want to look at the that column is completely off. Yeah, the 4060 Ti is the $399. The 4060 is $299. There we go. These column headers are off. So the base 4060 is $299. The 4060 Ti is $399, or you can get the upgrades for the $499 if you want to go to the 16 gig. So you're going to get a 4060 Ti. That's pretty respectable. I do. I'm really impressed with the price point. I think that's a great thing to do. I think that they've put together a very nice package. And again, if you're looking for that budget entry build, cool. But you can also, if you want to upgrade to the 4080, the 4090, whatever. By the way, does anybody in chat know, is the 4090 still melting motherboards and shit? Like, it was having a rough go of it. It was just literally just turning computers into bricks. I don't know if that's still happening. I'd be curious if it is. I believe they rolled out a patch for it in terms of, I think it was power management. Either Rytark has found a really cool emote or an emoji, or his chat's not loaded yet. I don't know how this YouTube thing works, guys. YouTube's a new thing. It's kind of deal. So anyways, that's what's going on with the RTX. I really like the series. I think that if you were looking to upgrade, there's a little bit of future proofing in this. It's going to hold out pretty well. NVIDIA still makes great cards. And I think it might be a good thing. It was... Oh, Jinxie said it was New Worlds and Diablo 4's fault. I thought it... Jinxie, are you sure? Jinxie said it was not the cards. I distinctly remember reading tech specs that were showing the 4090 having a tech problem. Like, they had to basically firmware update it or something. I don't recall. Hi, Ghost to Jeb. Sorry, I'm waiting for Jinxie to tell me that I'm really, really wrong, because Jinxie will do that. See, this is why he's going to be a recurring guest host, is because when I'm wrong, Jinxie will tell the world that. Just the way it goes. They let the menu FPS run out of control. Oh, okay. Well, maybe. Okay. Well, that's fine. Either way, like I said, if you're looking to do a little bit of future proofing, then I think that the RTX series is going to be a great series for you. It's going to handle all the big titles, especially if you get the 16 gigs. You can do all the great stuff. Good settings. I endorse, and I like what they've done with the pricing. I think it's fair. So there's that. Let's keep moving forward. We are going to go and bounce back to... Oh, yeah, okay. Promised you guys we were going to talk about a different, variety of topics. Talk about gaming. We're going to talk about memes. We're going to talk about trends. We're also going to talk about the streaming community. This will get spicier in future episodes, but for now, I wanted to ease everybody into this. If you are not familiar with me, PapaJugg, then I can tell you I am a Twitch streamer. As of this week, I will now be streaming 3 nights a week on Twitch, plus the YouTube podcast. I've been streaming for 2 years now and approaching 1,000 followers on Twitch. I have now started 2 stream teams. The first one kind of folded into the second one a little bit. It was a splintering. I have learned, I get into the business side of streaming. I get into the content side of streaming. I get into the tech side of streaming. The community as a whole is interesting. So, let's talk about Twitch for a second, and kind of streaming in general, but really Twitch. Over the last 2 years specifically, it's gotten a lot worse. Twitch is getting the crap beat out of it. Twitch has made a series of terrible decisions and a series of good but misunderstood decisions. I'm not either a Twitch fanboy or a Twitch hater. I just call each decision as I see it, and we keep going. So here's Twitch. Yeah, Twitch. Okay. A lot of people are looking at Kick, and they're saying, is this the Twitch competitor? I will go on record right now, as I have on my Twitch streams. I've gone on record in my Discord. I've gone on record in other people's Discords. I've gone on record on social media. I've commented. No, Kick is not a threat to Twitch. Okay? It is not going to beat Twitch. It is not better than Twitch. There is nothing that is better about Kick than Twitch. With that out of the way, okay? With that out of the way, Twitch does have some catching up to do. Twitch took its dominant role. Twitch was crushing everything else in streaming. Facebook tried Facebook gaming, miserable failure. Mixer launched, Mixer failed. YouTube is trying to do it, but we'll see. A lot of people, yes, Rect makes a good point. A lot of people are coming back to Twitch from Kick. And I can get it. I can do an entire episode if you guys want. I will give you the literal, like, behind the scenes stuff of Kick. I will give you the reasons that it's a danger to a streamer's career. Now, when I say a streamer's career, I'm not talking about Aiden Ross. I'm not talking about Trainwrecks. I'm not talking about Ninja or Kai or whoever. I'm not talking about those guys. I'm talking about the 99.9% of the rest of us who are trying to grow, build communities, get started, do all that fun stuff. Okay. I'm not talking about the top tier 001%. I can do an entire episode on Kick if you guys want me to. And that's another thing that I want you to know about this show. I do take your feedback. If there's something that you want me to cover, I will give you details. I will give you analysis. I will make that a show feature if I think enough people are going to be interested in it. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, Kick being whatever. Kick is a thing. Let's take a look at YouTube. YouTube has been coming after Twitch. They've got their own monetization capabilities now. They've got some promotional capabilities now. They're a distant second place to Twitch, but they're trying to gain, and they're backed by Google, so they've got the money. Google is sort of, Jinxie is going to share information about this as well, but YouTube is kind of getting Google's big help, kind of not. We'll figure it out. But I wanted to go over a couple of things that Twitch has recently announced that are really, really important. And for you as a Twitch streamer, if you are, if not, just hit the forward button. If you are a Twitch streamer, then there are a couple of things that you need to know, and they're big game changers, okay? They're taking some things away from third parties and saying you don't have to go elsewhere. You can do them on Twitch, all right? So let me show you, not that, this. Okay, this was a big one. Let me bring this forward to you. On screen right now, you are looking at the Twitch help section. This is Twitch's charity tool for creators. Charity streams on Twitch are huge. They have generated, I would guess, I'm going to make this number up. I haven't looked at the full details, but they have probably generated at least $1 billion in charity donations over the years through Twitch, but not on Twitch. No, we'll say that in reverse. On Twitch, but not through Twitch. Okay. You had to use some other third-party site to get your overlays, to get the donation portal, to get all those different parts. You had to go elsewhere. There was no reason to do that. All Twitch had to do was create the payment portal and just say, great. I mean, you can already edit stuff on Twitch now anyway, so who cares? But when Twitch came out with this was a big deal. This takes one huge part of the streaming community, which is charity streams, and says now you can do it locally on Twitch. And when they first launched it, and it was right. We talked about it at TwitchCon. When they talked about that, it was a big deal. You saw a lot of streamers, little guys like me, and all the way up to the tier A streamers. You saw them saying, "Finally, we get native capability," which is great. People were excited about it. The cool thing was they launched it with, like, I forget the numbers, like 8 charities. They're like, yeah, we found our partners. And I'm like, you guys are stupid. Okay, you don't launch it with 8. You launch it with 8,000. Turns out that was right around the corner. They had to get a whole lot of, contracts and blah, blah, blah. They got to do all the paperwork and the bureaucracy stuff. But it came about eventually. And we ended up getting, I think now there are over 10,000 charities that you can pick from, and they're searchable by content, they're searchable by topic, they're searchable by cause, they're searchable by name. You can do all of that purely through this Twitch charity tool, and it's in your dashboard. It automatically integrates with everything you've got going on your channel. All that kind of cool stuff exists. So this was a big deal, but it was kind of that first introduction of recent announcements. It was that first introduction for streamers that said, if you're streaming on Twitch, you don't need a third party to make this happen. I got to imagine somebody at Tiltify was panicking. That's like, oh shit, what the hell? Like, people, do they need us anymore? And yes, they do. There's still a place in the ecosystem for something like Tiltify. But this does take a big chunk of it, and Twitch says, okay, we can do it too. You don't have to go elsewhere. And then there was one that was announced this week, literally Wednesday, I think. Whatever it was, I don't know. May 17th. It was Wednesday. Celebrate your community in your way with Twitch's new alerts. The Twitch alerts, you don't need Streamlabs. You don't need Stream Elements. All of your alerts are now native in Twitch, and they've got some interesting ones. I wanted to show this to you. I don't know what that graphic is. I haven't figured out its relevance. Anyways, blah, blah, blah. We're adding alerts functionality directly to, again, your creator dashboard. You don't have to go to a third party for your alerts. So if you've got a simple channel with simple alerts, and that's not a bad thing, by the way, please, everybody, here's my personal, I'm going to tangent for a second. I appreciate that your 1920 by 1080 screen. I appreciate that is your canvas. That is your creator. You get to make what you want. That is your place. For the love of God, stop with the distractions. People are there to either interact with you and chat with you, or you are an amazing gamer or underwater basket weaver or whatever the hell you do, and they're watching what you're doing. I go to some of these Twitch channels and I'm watching, like, you've got 2 games running on the sides, you've got countdown clocks, you've got alerts, you've got animated dragons and shit. And I'm just like, what do you think your audience is here for? Like, do you think they're here for all of that? Because they could turn on their cell phone if they wanted like 1,000 games. Simplify things. Let them focus on your content. I promise you, your content is not an overlaid dragon that, feeds itself or whatever the fuck it does. I don't know. I don't know what these things do. That's my thing. Okay, I'll stop. I'll stop tangenting now. Life goes on. But yeah, like, if you've got a channel that is great, entertaining, minimalist, you've got simple alerts, you want to call out subscribers, you want to call out follows, you want to call out charity donations, whatever the hell, all that cool stuff. Great. All of it is now native in Twitch again. That's a big deal. So you will be able to assign, I'm just going to read directly from their announcement blog. For starters, you'll be able to assign alerts for essential interactions like subs and follows, but we're also introducing new alerts that are totally unique to Twitch, such as interactive resubs and celebrations. The hell is that? We don't know. Integrating directly into your activity feed, Twitch's alerts are designed with safety and ease of use in mind, allowing you to easily replay, skip, or deactivate alerts on the fly. So if you've got somebody that just dropped into your channel and they are abusing some kind of an alert that you set up, you can, in the channel, right there live, you can push a button and it will deactivate that. Cool thing. Our alerts also play nicely with your existing alert setup if you have one, for example, Stream Elements or Streamlabs. And it can be used together, so it is easy to try out these new features. Additionally, if you're the type who enjoys diving in and tinkering around until things are precisely how you want them, good news. In-dash alerts are fully customizable. Love that. Best of all, they're available right now. Head over to your creator dashboard, set up alerts before your next stream. I didn't have to do that because this is a YouTube stream. I didn't have to. Yay. It's now easier than ever to assign alerts for those can't miss community moments, blah, blah, blah. So what is an interactive resub? An interactive resub, when a viewer resubscribes to your channel, now they'll be able to tell everyone about it with an alert they get to customize. Available only through Twitch. This is the first time, but see, this is what I'm talking about. Available only through Twitch. You don't get this on other sites because all the other sites are just copying what Twitch did, not what Twitch is doing. This is the first time streamers can give viewers a choice of how they are recognized. Streamers can set up 5 different visual and audio options or use the Twitch provided defaults for a viewer to choose from when they resub. Sub streaks have never looked or sounded so good. Note, We want to help make sure any audio options won't put you at risk for violations. So all uploaded audio will be scanned for copyright compliance ahead of time and for compliance with the Twitch community guidelines to minimize any misuse. So there's also going to be alerts for hype trains. There's going to be alerts for goals. You can set up follower sub goals as you always have. And now an alert will trigger not just in chat, but also on stream. So it'll be an overlay. If you get rated by a specific streamer, you get to create different alerts for when you are rated. So let's say you've got somebody who routinely raids your channel, or you have coordinated, you've planned for a raid to occur. Be like, great, when you're done, you're going to roll over to my channel and I'm going to go da-da-da. My friend Captain Moton just did this with his partner DeWave. They did it was a charity, oh shit, what did they call it? A charity stream of something. Okay, first off, I love I'm just saying. Sorry, AC3 was telling me to shut up. God, what did they call it? It was basically a successive stream. So each person, and there was a name for this, and I forgot what it was. But the person who starts, they're playing a game. When they're done, I think it was an hour. When their hour is up, they take the save file and send it to the next person. And I think they had to raid that person with their audience. So if you know that kind of thing is coming, you can have a custom raid alert specifically for when that person raids. So really, really cool customization feature. And then, of course, Twitch's charity tool, activate alerts for when your community members contribute toward a fundraising goal or help you achieve a certain support milestone. I'm going to take that moment to remind everybody that we are currently raising, hopefully, $500 for To Write Love on Her Arms. This is a mental health awareness charity. They both do active mental health support in real time, and then they also advocate for mental health awareness and try to break down some of the stigmas that are involved with mental health today. So it is an amazing charity, and May is Mental Health Awareness Month. So I'm very happy to not only have met them at TwitchCon, had a great conversation with them, but now fundraising for them this month. Our final charity stream for them is going to be next Thursday, May 25th. There's links everywhere. Somebody had triggered it earlier. If somebody could type it in chat, that'd be great. Just !charity. Please, if you can, donate. We made some great progress last night. We are approaching our 20% mark, and we have now 1 week to hit that $500. So if you can help somebody literally right now with their mental health challenge, all you've got to do is donate. Just click the link that is going into chat, or the one that's going to be in the description of this video later, or that is going to be in the description of the audio later when it gets released on things like Spotify. Click the link, make your donation, and please do it before May 25th. Yes, May 25th, next Thursday. That way it all counts. Okay, I appreciate it. Hayden typed it, and there it is. And there's no link. Did YouTube filter the link? Oh, now I'm pissed. Hold on, that is not acceptable. Oh, hang on. I can't do that live because you guys are going to see my password. So let's go back to that. There we go. We'll go back to Twitch. Give me a second, folks. We are going to bring up the Tiltify link. Tiltify. I'm going to get this done so everybody can donate. It is a really, really worthwhile cause. Really good organization. Oh, that's going to take me forever. So let me pull it from my Discord because the browser wants me to do my two-factor authentication, blah, blah, blah. And that's not cool. I mean, it's good. Definitely you have to do the, do your two-factor authentication, everybody. Protect your accounts. You don't want to be the reason you have to call all your friends and be like, hey, I'm sorry. Can I post it? There we go. Okay, I was able to post it in chat. I don't know why it's not in the actual charity prompt. I apologize. So, anyways, yeah. So, like I said, Twitch is doing some amazing stuff. We're going to go back to Twitch. Yes, there we go. Let's go back to Twitch. Yay. So, all those kind of things you can do. Plus, a whole new way to celebrate. So, we were talking about all the new Twitch alerts that are now native to the dashboard. Celebrations, from smashing a charity goal to completing a subathon, sometimes you just got to go big. Celebrations are alerts with special animations that can make it rain emotes or shoot off emote. Oh, sorry, let me scroll down that way you guys can see it. So it's kind of like the CapaGen emote walls and things like that with the different variations there, but Twitch now has their own version and it can completely take over the screen. So very, very cool. Make it rain emotes, shoot off emote filled fireworks across your entire channel page. Notice, let me clear that up right now. What you're seeing is not a flaw on screen. Your channel page will get it, not just your broadcast screen. Okay, so think about that. Including the video player, the description area, and the chat. Celebrations pull in your channel's tier 1 sub emotes so you know they'll match your vibe. I think that's pretty cool. But I think what these two things are showing, and there's others, but I think what these two things are showing for streamers is that Twitch is trying to come up with these new ways to interact with your audience, and they're doing it natively so that you don't have to bring in more things. I've talked about this repeatedly, and I know it's going to come up on future episodes. Streaming involves a lot of different platforms, right? I mean, just for me on YouTube, I'm on YouTube. I've got a Twitter browser open. I've got all the news browsers open. I've got OBS open. I've got Discord open. I've got Stream Elements running. All of these different things have to run at the same time. The more that I can do in one place makes my job a lot easier. So if you are a streamer and that's something that you're looking at, definitely take a look at Twitch's new tools. They should be helping your community management a little bit better, but certainly your content creation, I think they're a good thing. All right, so there's that. And now I just want to close this off. We are coming up on our 1 hour mark. And like I said, this is going to be an hour and a half tops in the future. Okay, guys. I want you to go back and do whatever you're doing on a Friday night. This is just a cool way for us to chill out for a while. So I do want to bring up just one more thing for everybody. That's not how that works. That's how that works. That's how that works. I want to close the episode with some thank yous. I want to thank some people who have brought this to both my sort of the front of my mind in terms of something that I should do, but then also the people that have kind of helped make it a reality just with either their encouragement, their suggestions, whatever. As most people know or don't know, however you want to put it, this was a very secret project. Very few people knew it was happening. It was something that I was spending a lot of time building because I do think that it's going to be a great way for me to stay connected with all of you and meet new people. But I want to give hey, what's up, Mr. Mars? Thank you. Appreciate you stopping by. I want to thank, first of all, Blood's Head Gaming and Mother Nocturna. The reason I want to thank them is because they have encouraged me for a year and a half now. I didn't quite meet them when I started streaming. I met them a little bit later. But I want to thank Bloodtide and Mother Nocturna. They joined Bark and Bale that I created originally as a stream team. We later went on to create Rise Above, and Rise Above is doing some amazing stuff right now. I'll have more information on later episodes. But they've encouraged me to do new things. And I had a conversation with them. Nobody knows about this, and I've never told anybody. But at the end of 2022, I had a conversation with both of them about working on potentially becoming a Twitch partner. And they gave me some great feedback. They gave me some honest advice. But both of them said, yeah, Jug, you could do that. What has changed is that I don't care about becoming a Twitch partner. As much as we just talked about some of the cool new features for Twitch streamers, Twitch partner doesn't mean a whole hell of a lot anymore. Your pay is the same as an affiliate. You get what? New emojis? Who fucking cares? Like, the perks that used to come with being you used to get one of my funnest. Oh my God, I couldn't believe I read this. You used to get discounted tickets to TwitchCon. Now you don't. You pay full price. So Twitch partner is not that big a deal if you're not going to get paid more. Okay. But whatever, we had this whole conversation and they were very supportive. They were encouraging. They've always given me feedback. They've told me what, they think is right, what they think is wrong. We're building, that content creation team now. We're building Rise Above together. They're great people that I've loved to get to know over the last year and a half, and I appreciate their contributions to where this community goes. I want to thank Mr. Jinxie. Mr. Jinxie did know about the project because I had to ask Mr. Jinxie. Oh, I forgot to type one. Shit, I'll come back to that. I have to thank Mr. Jinxie because Mr. Jinxie did know. I did ask Mr. Jinxie to be not only a guest host, but also a recurring guest host. We talked about some show aspects. We talked about people that are going to be involved in it. We talked about potential guests and all of his feedback. I appreciate that. And almost more than anything else, I appreciate his willingness to say, yes, I will join you. That's not an easy thing for a content creator to say, because they're going to either have to add it to their schedule or something, gets subtracted from their schedule or whatever. And they have to see an opportunity in it. They have to realize that this is going to be time well spent in terms of growing their own community. And so I appreciate Jinxie's literally just looking at it and saying, you know what? Yes, I want to be a part of that. And I'm very, very thankful for that. I'm going to insert the one that didn't get added here because I think this is the old slide. No, oh shit. Okay. I have to thank Hayden, X Hayden 4L. The reason I have to thank Hayden is because Hayden is the one who helped me come up with the PapaJugg Podcast logo. He also designed the original community logo that you see everywhere. It's on merchandise now. It's on the website now. It's on all the social medias now. It's on the streams now. It's on the podcast now. Hayden designed that, but he was also very helpful when I came to him with the concept of the podcast logo. I wanted to be pretty straightforward. I wasn't looking for anything crazy, and I wanted to be really, really respectful of his time because he's got so many other projects going on in terms of designing other people's emojis, logos, all that kind of stuff. I said, look, here's the simple idea. Please just take an hour. I appreciate whatever you can do for it. Let me know how to make this a reality. And he did. He brought it to life. And I love that. So thank you very much, Hayden, for helping me make this logo. This is now going to be on everything from Spotify to Apple Podcasts, or Apple Music, Apple iTunes, whatever the fuck they call it. I don't know. I'm an Android guy. So thank you very much, Hayden, for doing that. The PJParty community as a whole, thank you to everybody who has been part of this journey. All of you that are here in chat right now, all of you that are, you tune into the live streams, you're active on the Discords, you do the comments and the retweets on Twitter or Instagram or whatever it is. I appreciate all of you that have been part of this so far, because you are the reason we are where we are today. You are the reason that there is an income from Twitch coming into me every single month. You are the reason that I try to create more, better, interesting content, is because you inspire me to do it. A lot of you are content creators yourselves. You may not be streamers, but you post amazing, virtual photography stuff, or you do YouTube videos, or you write stories. I love seeing what you do, and it inspires me to make something else. And again, part of this whole idea with YouTube is, how else can we connect? How else can we find ways to do things that are just not relying on playing a game? Because as I have said from the beginning, the game is the background. You people are the foreground. The PJ Party is why I do this, why I want to stay connected to all of you. So I appreciate all the support that you've shown, and whatever level it's at, that is the amazing thing. And I love you for it. Thank you. I also want to thank a couple of people who have no idea I'm thanking them, and they will never hear this or see this. But Harris Heller and LJM, these are two guys who put out basically YouTube channels with advice for streamers. I watch their content a lot. I try to learn things about different pieces of equipment or new trends, things like that. I don't always agree with what they're saying, but I appreciate the fact that they are willing to take their expertise and share it with, crazy people like me. They know more than I do. And I want to be able to learn from that. I want to be able to share that with all of you. I want to be able to take it, digest it, and say, you know what, I don't totally agree with that, and here's why, but I appreciate hearing it. And they've talked about, what is how to make podcasts on YouTube. They've talked about live streaming on Twitch and YouTube and Kick and all of that stuff. They've talked about different pieces of tech. All of that kind of stuff has been done on their various channels, and I appreciate that. I love watching it. They put out really high quality content, and I think it's very educational. So I wanted to thank those people. There's going to be more thanks coming because everybody contributes in a lot of different ways. But that is the end of episode 1. Don't forget, the way that this is going to work from now on, when this is done broadcasting, it immediately gets saved as a VOD to a YouTube playlist right here on the YouTube channel. Okay. You will immediately find it under the podcast playlist. You can find that they will be stored forever. They are VODs forever. It's not like Twitch where they go away after 14 days. On the Monday following the episode broadcast, it will get uploaded to Apple, Spotify, Google Podcasts, all that kind of stuff. All the big broadcasters of the podcasts. That is where you're going to find it. It will be audio only with a thumbnail. You will get a thumbnail because, I have nothing else to do in my life. So You're going to see that, but that will be audio only. And again, that will be there forever. There will also be a brand new section that's launching on PapaJuggernaut.com. That is going to get all the podcast information, a player. There will be a native player inside the system of the website, so you can watch it on the website as well. Merch is going to be going live on the website pretty soon, but I'm trying to make sure that you can get this however you want to. And like I said, I appreciate everybody that has shown up tonight. This is episode 1 of who knows how many more that are coming, but it will be a lot. The Twitter logo will not be the only white logo anymore. All of that's going to get fixed, and I'm just going to try and make this better. So please, if you want, jump into the community Discord, share your feedback about the episode. Jug, this is what you did right. Jug, this is what you did wrong. Jug, you should think about doing this. Jug, don't ever do that again. All that kind of stuff. I'm open to it, okay? So thank you, everybody. As always, go have yourself a good morning, a good day, a good night, whatever it is for you. And I will see you next time. See ya.